James Charles is in trouble again. But surprisingly, it is not for his usual offenses. It is actually for the most out-of-touch, downright ignorant take I have ever seen from an influencer.
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
Which, honestly, now that I say it out loud, is a very typical James Charles offense. It is an absolute mess, so let us get right into it. Before we do, make sure you are subscribed and let me know in the comments if you saw this coming, because I know I didn't.
Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of and you're entitled and you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you.
We have been saying this for years now, but TikTok really did come around at the absolute best time for him and completely saved James's career. It got to a point where everyone on YouTube knew exactly the type of person he was. He had been canceled so many times that even his own diehard fans were completely over him. The whole bi-sister scandal had just happened, and he was very much already on the thinnest of ice. But then it was almost like everyone just forgot what he did. Or maybe his new audience was just so incredibly young they did not really know the history. He managed to get in with a brand new group of influencers and essentially reset his entire image. Well, lately, James has been getting a little too confident sharing his hot takes on his TikTok spam account. Over the last few years, he has gotten very bold, really pushing the boundaries of what he can get away with saying online. It worked out well for him for a minute. It kept him going viral, and people in his comments would be like, wow, he is so real for saying what everyone is thinking. But that narrative quickly flipped this week. It all started after James posted a video addressing a direct message he received from someone begging for help. Look, when you have a massive following, having people message you looking for financial help is not exactly rare. Yes, there are a lot of scams out there, but some of these cries for help are incredibly genuine. I guarantee you most big influencers are probably getting hundreds of these exact messages a day asking for a handout or to share a GoFundMe link. But you just do not always hear about it because one of two things usually happens. The influencer either helps out without broadcasting it to the entire world, maybe they even share the link for them, or two, they simply ignore the message and move on with their day. Well, James received one of these messages this week from someone who had started a GoFundMe after being suddenly laid off from Spirit Airlines. If you missed the news last week, Spirit Airlines abruptly shut down. It came completely out of nowhere and left 17,000 people without jobs. And how did James Charles respond to someone whose life was just turned upside down? You are not going to believe what he actually did.
Spirit Airlines ceased operations. So what that means is Spirit does not have airplanes in the air flying as of this morning. Also, their call centers are closed and they don't have staff at ticket counters.
The shutdown was apparently due to skyrocketing fuel costs and the airline's completely inability to secure any emergency funding. And now, 17,000 people are left entirely without work and forced to scramble for new jobs in a market that is already an absolute nightmare. So one of these newly laid-off employees makes a GoFundMe just to help tide them over, keep the lights on, and put food on the table until they can find new work. They send it to James. And instead of him either helping, sharing it, or, hear me out, just completely ignoring it like a normal person, he decides to make content out of their desperate message. He takes someone's plea for help during arguably the most difficult time of their entire life and publicly shames them to millions of people. Are you actually kidding me right now? I literally wanted to reach through the screen and stop him. The way he is sitting there mocking their voice is insane. He acts as if they are asking him for something completely unreasonable. Like they set up a GoFundMe to buy the newest iPhone Pro Max or to go on a luxury vacation to Bora Bora. He is actively making fun of the fragile, panicked emotional state they are probably in with this exaggerated crying voice. As if he were mocking some entitled influencer who was sobbing over not getting the master bedroom on a Tarte brand trip. It is so deeply out of touch and so horrible. And buckle up, guys, because we are just getting started. He then has the absolute nerve to question their work ethic. How on earth does he know that they have not been applying for another job? Newsflash, James Charles has never actually had to go out and work a real grueling day in his entire life. He grew up in a comfortable middle-class family. He never had to hustle every day after school and pick up double shifts on the weekends just to be able to afford his lifestyle. He got a very early start online by, let's be honest, lying. Do you guys remember his origin story? By the way, he does not have the slightest clue how hard it is to just go out and find a new job in the real world, especially when 17,000 people were just laid off in the exact same industry at the exact same time. You now have 17,000 highly qualified applicants all fighting tooth and nail for the exact same open positions. It is incredibly hard, and finding a new job takes time. You need to apply, you wait to hear back, you do multiple rounds of interviews, you undergo training, then you actually start the work, and then weeks later, you finally get paid. It is not like, oh, let me just film a cute little 15-second TikTok sponsorship with a private jet company and make $80,000 before lunch. James Charles has absolutely no clue. Zero.
DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help."
And the hypocrisy of him complaining about someone asking for financial support? Oh, you mean exactly how influencers completely expect their fans to fund their lavish lifestyles? How influencers expect you to buy their aggressively overpriced makeup, watch all their sponsorships, click their affiliate links, use their promo codes, pay for premium meet and greets, watch their content every single week, and sit there through the mid-roll ads just so they can buy another mansion?
Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you?
Irony is physically painful. When I first saw people talking about this James situation on Twitter, I really did not expect it to be this bad.
If you're going to a stranger and asking them for money just because you're assuming they have a lot of money, they don't owe you anything. They don't owe you anything. I don't think people should feel guilted into donating things to people they don't know, especially in the age of scams and scammers and fraud. However, me personally, whenever I've received one of these DMs, I have never once thought to open up my camera and
I thought people were overreacting. He even complained that the person asking for help didn't even follow him. Okay, yes, I get it. It is slightly annoying if someone is in your DMs asking for a massive favor and they do not even follow or support you, but let's be real for a second. There are a lot of people that I watch every single week, creators I have been actively watching for years, and I don't physically follow their accounts because their content just naturally pops up on my feed because of the algorithm. Does that mean they aren't real viewers? They also could have made a completely separate anonymous account just to handle the whole GoFundMe situation. Well, let's play devil's advocate here. Maybe they genuinely are not a supporter of yours. If that is the case, you can absolutely feel justified in just ignoring them. Delete the DM and move on. Wait guys, that is all the mess I have for you today. Let me know what you think about this entire James Charles situation down in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave and turn on notifications, because wait until you hear the absolute disaster unfolding behind the scenes of the latest influencer brand trip. Trust me, it is getting messy. I will see you in the next video.